people she loved most in her life were her sons, her husband, her Hanai daughters, and then everybody who came into her sphere was just so touched by her aloha. And I was really fortunate to call her a friend. I've known her for many, many years, and her passing was a natural part of life. She left us a legacy. She left us songs. She left us joy. She left beautiful music. She touched our hearts, and I'm really very, very fortunate that I got to know her as a colleague, as a musician, but mostly as a friend.
Diana Aki, as everyone knows her to be, the songbird of Miloliʻi. As the song goes, really she was one in a million. You don't find aunties like those these days. And so I reminisce on all the memories that I had with Aunty, whether it be here at the Mo'oheau bandstand or whenever I would see her throughout Hilo and across our island, just so full of love. The Hawaiian word that comes to me whenever I think of Aunty Diana is olu olu. She was so pleasant, she was sweet, she loved everyone and anyone that she would come across in life, and she really showed that through her music. And that's why the legacy that she leaves behind is not only music, but that unconditional love, the genuine aloha that we share as Hawaiian people with everyone that we in turn cross paths with in our own lives. So I'll always cherish Aunty for sharing her music, her love, and that pure aloha with all of us.
She has a beautiful leo ki'e, the Hawaiian word for falsetto singing. She has the beautiful natural voice that just took you to another place. And it was never forced. She sang from the heart. So where she shone was with every song that she sang, whether she was covering something from contemporary American songbooks or something from our old folk songs. Every song she touched, she put her imprint on because it came from the heart.
Miloliʻi, everyone associated Aunty Diana with that area. I did not know that Aunty, for the first 10 years of her life, was actually raised here in Hilo until later going home to Miloliʻi with her ohana back in the day. So Aunty had so many stories, and I was so thankful and blessed really to reminisce on the times where I sat with her and learned so much about her family, and her musical legacy.
When I was in my early 30s, I took a job with Kamehameha School's parent education program in Kona. And one of the first people I met in my office was Diana Aki. And I already knew she was a great musician, so I was very dazzled by just the thought of sharing a desk next to her. We became friends while we worked together for Kamehameha Schools in Kona. She took me to Miloliʻi. She introduced me to my family, who's part of the Kaupiko family. She took me all along the rugged southern Kona coastline looking at piko rocks, places where people would take their babies piko. And we did quite a number of adventures together. I stayed at her house in Miloliʻi. She and her husband, Aki, we called him Aki, and her young son, Willie, her youngest boy, they would drive her every day from Miloliʻi to Kailua Kona to come work at Kamehameha Schools. They would wait all day. They were just really part of our office. We'd all eat lunch together, and then they would take her home in the afternoon. But she was so devoted to her family, they in turn were devoted to her. But she took that devotion and spread it throughout the community. We both worked with pregnant and parenting teens at the time and went to Konawaina High School once a week to share our early childhood education curriculum. So in between singing and being the well-known songbird of Miloliʻi, she's always very devoted to education for the Hawaiian community.
To everyone and anyone out there that may watch this who loved Aunty Diana, know that her ohana appreciates it. Our continued prayers are with the Aki ohana, and we love you, Aunty Diana, always and forever.